today we are doing a class. This is the start of the new year. Whether or not you're doing it at the start of the new year, you're doing it months later, doesn't matter. We are going to move today without fear, meaning I want you to take ownership of what you are doing. I want you to make choices that feel good for your body, even if that is not what I am showing, what I'm demonstrating. It doesn't matter. This is a great all-level class. So do what you need to, and please do what feels good to you. And it doesn't matter how it looks. It's not gonna look how I look. It's totally different because it's your body. So take ownership of that. And let's take a nice big inhale. Just stand tall. Lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale. I want you to just shake it out. Let it go. Inhale, little energy release here. Lifting the arms up. And exhale. Drop it down. Soften the knees. Shake it out. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale. Round forward here. Just check in. How does everything feel? I want you to slowly roll up through the spine, kind of stacking the spine here, checking in. Can you bring your ribs over your hips, shoulders over ribs, ears in line with shoulders? And then just let your ear fall to one side, to one shoulder, stretching the neck and coming back up. Ear to the other shoulder. Let your arms be heavy. Feel like you have really heavy bracelets on. Good, do that again. This time, turn and look down at the bottom hand. Bring the opposite arm behind the back. One of my favorite neck stretches here. Good, slowly bring the head up, release the arm. Ear to the other shoulder. Then look down at the hand. Opposite arm comes behind the back. Stretch and open, and then slowly, when you're ready, bring that up, let it release. Good, inhale your right arm up. Exhale, just a gentle side bend to the side. So right arm is up, we're going to the left, and then just let it circle all the way around, come to the other side, and come back up. Now go back to that same side, so going over to your right now, circling it around to the left, and come back up. Right arm lifts. Side bend to the left. Circle it around. I'm softening my knees here. And back up one more time. Go back to that side. Big circle around. Nice big movement there. And come up. Good, make your way to your mat. Come into an all fours position. My toes are not tucked, and I just want you to round the spine, push the floor away, and arch the back, ripple through. So start to get the whole spine moving now. Round, push the floor away, and arch, tailbone back, eyes and chest forward. One more. Go where it feels good, and can you let your head be the last thing that drops? Now keep your head there, move your tailbone, let your head be the last thing that comes up. So you really move through the spine sequentially. Good, we're gonna take little circles with the shoulders. So I'm just circling the shoulders around. This is a nice stretch for the wrist. Warming up here, and reverse it. Go the other way, circling it around. Breathe. Good. Now if that feels good, we're gonna reverse it again and go a little bigger. Maybe you sit your hips all the way back. So the entire body is circling here. Let the hips move. Maybe you round to go back, extend to come forward. So start to make some choices that feel good to you. If this isn't a good position, make a choice, change it up. Maybe you need padding under the knees. Maybe it's a smaller range of motion. Maybe you just move the shoulders in a circle. Or maybe you just move the pelvis in a circle. Might look like this. Whatever feels good for you, I want you to take one more in that direction. And then sit the hips back into a child's pose. Stretch the arms out. Stretch the back. Bring your forehead to your hands for a moment here. When you inhale, I want you to think of your ribs expanding to your thighs. So almost like you're trying to push your ribs into your thighs. So your ribs are expanding to the side on the inhale. And on the exhale, exhale all the air out. One more deep breath like that. Inhaling, moving your ribs into your thighs. So you're working on that lateral breath. And exhale. Let it go. Good. Slowly come back up into all fours. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up into your elephant. I want you to stretch out the calves. Drop the head there. And then slowly control your knees back down. We'll add on to this a little later. 2 more like that. Pick the abdominals up. Stretch. Dropping those heels down. Lift the heels. Bend the knees like you're lowering onto glass. So those abs start to engage to control you down. One more time. Lift it up. Drop the heels. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Good, control all the way down. Nice, come to sit. We're gonna make our way into our 100. Slowly roll down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Take a little circle of the knees around. Reverse it when you're ready. 100, you always have a lot of options. I'm gonna start from the basic 100 and we'll build up. Feet come down to the floor. Inhale the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, press your arms down. Option to keep the head down. Start to pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you curl the chest up. Look to your belly button. Nice and soft neck. So we're not tensing here, but we are engaging. So that means I don't want the shoulders up by the ears. We're reaching towards the heels. Maybe you start to pick one leg up at a time, coming to tabletop. Make sure your abs are pulling in, your fingers are reaching forward. Now if this feels good, maybe you straighten the legs. Inhale and exhale, squeezing those inner thighs together, big pumps. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Maybe you lower your legs a couple inches. Inhale and exhale. Most important is that we are breathing. We are moving. We are warming up the body. One more. Inhale wherever you are. Exhale all your air out. Hug the knees in and rest the head. Good. Nice warm up there. Slide your left leg out, hug your right knee into the chest. Straighten that leg to the ceiling. Hold it where you need to. So it might be under the knee, under the thigh. Take an exhale here. Feel that left leg reaching long. We're just going to do 3 single leg circles each way. Inhale, cross it to the left. Exhale, around and up. 2 more. Inhale. Around and up. If this feels tight, you may bend the supporting leg. 1 more. Reverse it. Open to the right. Exhale, around and up. Only going as big as you feel you're in control. 1 more. Good. Hug that knee in. Switch. Slide. Open up that right hip, hugging the left knee in. Straighten that leg up. Take a breath here. Feel your left hip down, stretching behind the knee. Hold the leg where you need to. Maybe the supporting leg is bent, arms down, 3 each way. Inhale, exhale around and up. Inhale. 1 more. Big breath. Inhale, exhale around and up. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Hold that left leg up. Walk your hands up the leg. Hover the other leg off. We're going to go into our scissors. and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. Good. Upper body doesn't move. Those legs are light. Our abs are controlling us. We're not having a death grip with the arms. We are in control, and we are going as big as it feels. Good. One more. Left leg up, right leg up. Hold the right leg up, lower the head, and hug the knees in. Roll like a ball. Head comes forward. Inhale. Hips lift. Exhale. Head forward between the knees. Inhale, hips. Exhale, head forward. Two more. Inhale, hips. Exhale, ribs up. One more. Stay at the top. Good. And then I want you to stretch your legs nice and wide for a spine stretch. Hands are coming between the legs. Your legs might be wider than your mat. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale. I want you to slide your fingers forward. Pull back in your ribs and your waist as if you're rounding over a ball. So I'm not collapsing down here. I'm really lifted. Slowly stack the spine up. Lift the arms. Big circle around. When you bring your hands behind you and lift your chest. So my elbows are bending a little. I have long arms. Maybe they don't. But I want you to think of lifting your thoracic spine. So I'm not arching my low back here. Abs are supporting me. Two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and pushing the floor away. If that feels comfortable, you can push with your hands, pull back with the waist. Slowly come up, lift tall, big circle around. Light on the fingers like you would on your stomach massage. That's our tall spine. One more. Inhale, lift, exhale. Sliding the hands out. Push with the palms. Pull back with the ribs and the waist. Stack the spine up. Big circle around. Lift. Now an extra stretch here if you want to go deeper. Interlace the fingers. Push down with the knuckles. Round forward. Lift your hands to the ceiling like you would on rowing. Circle the arms around, grab your ankles, pull back through your ribs and the waist, stretch, 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 and then slowly come up. Close your legs, come onto your stomach for a swan. Feet are down, gentle around the low back as feet apart. Head rests on the forehead, head rests on the forehead, head rests on the hands. Press the top of the feet down, lift your knees, lift your waist. Pubic bone is down. Push down into your elbows, just lift your head and chest up. So find where there is not low back pain or tension, which means our low back is not arching. That's why pubic bone down, abs up. Feet down, knees lifted. Push down into the elbows. So you should feel your whole back body working and the abs engaged. This is thoracic spine extension. So upper back, low back is long. Lower it down. Glue your hands to your forehead. This time, we are doing the same thing without using the arms. So your head is glued to your hands and just floating the upper body up and back down. And float it up. So the back body is doing the work here. Abs are lifted, put it down. One more. Lift it up and put it down. Good. Push back. Take a child's pose. Exhale. Stretch it out. Okay, we're coming back into that elephant position. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, drop the heels. Now from here, we're going to bend our knees. This time, we're not lowering our knees down. We're going to hover the knees. From there, you're going to come forward into a plank. You may have to adjust the hands a little. From your plank, lift back into your elephant. Drop the heels. Lift the heels. Bend the knees to a hover. So they're just a couple inches above the mat. That's our knees off from reformer. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders come over wrists. You're in a plank. Lift your hips. Drop the heels down. Lift the heels. Bend the knees to a hover. Find that knees off position. From there, come forward to your plank. Push the floor away and pull your mat apart. Lift the hips up, drop the heels. Lift the heels, bend the knees to hover. Come to the knees off. Shift forward into a plank. Puff up between the shoulder blades. Pull that mat apart. Lift the hips, drop the heels. One more. Lift the heels, bend the knees to a hover. Shift your weight forward to plank. You got it. Lift the hips, drop the heels, bend the knees to come down. All right, we're gonna finish with a little bit of side work here. So straighten your right leg out to the side, bring your hands behind your head. We're gonna side bend over to the knee. So I'm opening up the hip, I'm opening up the rib. At the same time, that leg, right leg is externally rotated. Come back up, and we're gonna lengthen back out to the other side. This is like our side sit-ups. Come towards the straight leg. That's like our mermaid. We're opening up that left rib and waist. And reach out. One more. Stretch it over. Stretch, open. Come back out. Lengthen. Good. From here, I want you to bring your hand down. Stretch that arm to the ceiling. Thread it through like our thread the needle. Get some thoracic rotation and open it to the ceiling. Two more. Thread it through. Open it up. One more. Thread it through. Open it up. Hand comes behind the head. My shoulder is right over wrist. Float that leg up and down. Just a little side legs. 5. Here. 3. You got it. That leg is nice and light. 2. And 1. Good. Top leg comes down. We're going into side plank. Step the bottom leg forward. Now, if you want deeper, I suggest stacking the legs, reaching your top arm overhead. That's your side bend. If you need more help, step your top leg forward. Make sure your ribs are going towards the floor, not the ceiling. Good. And then when you're ready, bring that knee back. We're gonna come all the way up just for fun to switch sides. Okay, last thing here. Turn that leg out, hands behind the head. Stretch over to the knee. Stretch and open that right rib. Feels so nice there. And then lengthen out. Reach. And get your side sit-ups from reformer. And bend over to the knee. Open the ribs. Breathe, our hips are forward. And then side sit-up, stretch it out. Notice I'm not collapsing. I'm lengthening out like someone's pulling my elbow out to the side. And stretch it over. One more. And just noticing how the body is feeling here, right? We want to keep our sides very symmetrical, but know that each side is going to feel different. So you might not do the same range of motion side to side. Bring that hand down for our thread the needle. Moving into thoracic rotation. Reach it to the wall behind you and to the ceiling. 2 more. So this feels really nice to the left side of my back as well as I'm moving. 1 more. Thread it through. Reach it back up. Hand comes behind the head. Leg floats up. It's nice and light. And back down. Just 5 here. So getting those glutes engaged. I'm lifted off of my right wrist. So that pencil is squeezed. Good. Last one. And then we'll finish with our side plank. That foot comes down. Now, first, I like to be staggered. Then, to go deeper, stack your legs. Reach that arm overhead. If that's too much, step your top leg forward, rotate your ribs to the floor. Try not to let your top rib flare. So that left rib is heavy. That's gonna get those obliques firing. When you're ready, we bring the knee down, and I want us to come all the way up with control. Whew, okay. And then slowly make your way to stand. I just want you to shake it out. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Check in. See how you're feeling standing on 2 feet. Knees are soft, just like we did in the beginning. Shoulders are stacked over ribs. Ears are over shoulders. Keep the eyes closed. Shrug your shoulders to the ears. And then exhale, let it drop. Nobody needs to be holding the shoulders up by the ears. So do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders by the ears. Exhale, really let it drop. And keep the shoulders there as you open the eyes. So try to keep that tension out of the neck, out of the jaw, out of the upper traps there as you move about your day. Try to take notice, try to check in, see how am I feeling, where am I holding tension, where can I let that tension go? Because nobody needs to be walking around in that fight or flight mode their whole day. It just isn't necessary. So return to your breath. Remember to exhale. Remember to drop those shoulders down. And have a great day.